Bernanke defending himself in primetime. That story time at our 2-minute drill. Let's welcome our panel. We have Fox News contributor Angela McGlowan, who you saw. His first scoreboard appearance, Fox Business's Dennis Kneale. He and I worked together at the Journal, at Forbes on Fox, and Fox News contributor Tamara joining us from Chicago. Okay, once upon a time, if a Fed chairman even deigned to speak to the little people like us, we couldn't understand what he was saying. That's not Ben Bernanke's style, apparently. Here's a highlight in case you missed him last night on 60 Minutes.
At the rate we're going, it could be 4 or 5 years before we are back to a more normal unemployment rate, somewhere in the vicinity of, say, 5 or 6%.
Gold bugs love that. So what does it say about the Fed in general that Ben Bernanke is turning into a politician? Dennis, I got to say, it makes me think that he's scared to death that people like Ron Paul and others are going to have an effect.
Yeah, I thought that he was very forthcoming. Now, other people thought he was terrible. I thought he was surprisingly good, but he was shocked, clearly, David, by the world outcry and opposition to this $600 billion QE2 plan. And now he's kind of in a desperate attempt to try to better explain it. And that calm voice. And when he said he's 100% certain he can stop inflation, break it up, have we ever heard that man say he's 100% certain of anything?
100% certain. And he said he could turn around. If we have inflation, he could raise interest rates in minutes. So this guy thinks he has enormous power to stop inflation. I'm wondering if he does.
Well,
or if he made the sale with the American people.
I think he made the sale, and you said, is he turning into a politician? David, they're all politicians, and he's trying to save his image.
Yeah, but they've never been as open.
No, they haven't.
Alan Greenspan, Paul Volcker, they never had a 60 Minutes interview while they were Fed president.
No, they haven't, but we have never had a black president either, so things are changing, David.
Yeah, but again, Tamara, he had to show the American people that he was calm, cool, collected, that he knew what he was doing, that everything he has done, there's no reason to be worried about it, and you don't need somebody like Ron Paul looking over his shoulder. I think that was his message.
Well, I disagree with you. I don't think that he said there's nothing we should worry about. He is saying that if we continue down the same path, we're going to continue to have high unemployment numbers. And to criticize him is wrong. You know, he's coming out and speaking to the American people. People were criticizing Obama for pushing through health care, not sharing with the people what he's doing, and he's sharing with us. He is talking to us.
Well, sharing does not necessarily mean that he's right. That's the problem. All right, we got to move on. Pew Research putting out a new poll of Muslims from around the world. Now, according to the poll, almost half the Muslim world supports terror groups like Hamas and Hezbollah. Al-Qaeda rates less well, but almost half the Muslims in Nigeria approve of Al-Qaeda. Strong majorities in Pakistan, Egypt, Jordan, and Nigeria favor Sharia law, stoning for adultery, amputation for theft, death for those who convert from Islam to another religion. So what does this tell us about the Islamic world? And Tamara, since I kind of cut you off in the last one, you started this one.
Sure. I don't know if this is fear-mongering, but, you know, 77% of Muslims in America are Americanized. If this has to do with Muslims in other countries, which it sounds like that's what this is about, this has to do with American national and international security. That's what we need to discuss. If there are people who support Hezbollah and Hamas, then what are we doing to keep them out of this country?
Well, but the fact is that they're in this country. We had several imams here on Scoreboard, and when I pressed them, is Hamas a terrorist organization? They wouldn't say.
And David, to do a Pew poll actually on this, I think is going to cause more division, more insecurity, and make people more scared. Even as Juan Williams made the statement where he got in trouble at NPR, I think that this is not good, as Tamara said, to put emphasis on Muslims in other countries.
But the fact is, Dennis, isn't it fair to say if somebody's not willing to stand up and say that Hamas or Hezbollah is a terrorist organization, I got my questions about it.
There was actually a great guest, Asra Nomani, a Muslim, on Stuart Varney's show last week, who said, you know what, Muslims have not squared with this problem. We have not spoken out enough. We actually have to do more. The thing that worried me about the poll, which found 75% of Muslims believe someone should be killed for leaving the faith, what happened to freedom of religion? We keep talking about, you know, our problem is only the small, slender slice of Islam. It's only the radicals. When 75% of the people say that, all of Islam is radical, and that really worries me.
Boy, you're a newcomer to Scoreboard, but you know how to use that clock. Look at that. Dennis gets the last word. Okay, Sarah Palin goes hunting on her hit show, and she bags a caribou. Now, is this a smart political move for Governor Palin? Angela, start with you.
I think it's a great political move for Sarah Palin. Yes, I think that this is just going to put her more in the center where more people will love her.
All right. By the way, I think she was wearing an NRA jacket. I watched last night.
You know, she had a soundbite where she said, hey, to any person, if you've never worn a pair of leather shoes or sat on a leather couch, fine, go ahead and criticize it. But otherwise, what are you complaining about? I like it.
And she eats the meat that she kills, Tamara. I mean, there's something good about that.
No, you know, Sarah Palin knows how to talk so much crap about everyone. She talks crap about the Bushes, about Obama, you know, about every organization. She needs to actually come up with a plan and stop criticizing. She's so angry and yelling at everybody at all times.
Yeah, I know, but you're taking such an overall view. We're just talking about whether it's good for her to bag a caribou.
Hey, David.
What do you think, Tamara?
No, because she's bagging everyone. I mean, she
not
talks
gonna
about
vote for
everybody.
PETA's not gonna like her,
Right.
but I think it's great. And she even takes a caribou and she makes it into what's that stuff? Beef jerky?
Beef jerky.
Mama Grizzly.
If PETA goes after her, then I love her because I think PETA is crazy.
Last word from Dennis coming up on deck, taking another turn in the deficit dance. States are looking for federal help in overturning Obamacare before it busts both their budgets. We'll explain coming up, and don't forget to vote. That tax compromise worked out tonight. Is it a buy, sell, or hold? Text 369-249.